So we're just continuing with the head layout tutorials. This is part 3. So here's our remaining pieces. We've already done the ear hole there, the mouth, sort of helped fix up the chin a bit. So now we're working on the eye, nostrils, and this. I'll just do this inside part of the mouth next. It's pretty easy. Just drop that down, Shift F. Yes, to make it symmetrical, and I'll just stuff it up. Just put it up there, out of the way. Right, so let's have a look at the eyes. Now, I'm leaving these nostrils to last because of the yellow polygons there. Those are non-symmetrical, so what that means is the polygons on this side here aren't the same as the polygons on that side. There's been a bit of triangulation in the OBJ file, and so they don't match. And so if I don't do them last, if I say weld those into the nostrils, I can't use the S key here to copy the UVs on the light side to the dark side there, because it'll detect that there's a mismatching of polygons, so I need to leave those till last. Alright, let's do this eye here. So again, I'll drop that down to UV space, just zoom in on that. Right, so there's our eye. Let's go Shift F. So that's sort of got it in position, hit S there. So now I've got so there's a few problems here, but I'll fix those up once I weld it in. So again, I'll just go Shift W, M. So that's got that there. So there's our eye in position. So I'll do the same as I did with the mouth in this case. I'll shrink it down a bit and set the local scaling. Let's bring that down there. Just pick that, local scale it, let's weld it in. And I'll just use the, so let's smooth those out again. Let's make my brush a bit bigger. Right, so that's so we got a bit of collapsing here. Again, that's because these sort of polygons are pushing in, so I can fix that up in a second. Just go back to the 3D view to see how that looks. So that's just a bit of collapsing here on the eyelid, so I'll pull these up. The rest of it doesn't look too bad. So let's pull these up here. Control Shift, just pull those out. So let's select that. Help these, even these out. It's because they're long thin polygons that's causing a problem. What I might do in this case is pull these back and pin them like we did with the chin there, and then that'll help sort of pull those out a bit, tweeze those things out from the eyelid there. Right, let's see how that looks. So there you go, it's not too bad. Right, so probably if I wasn't making a video, I'd spend a bit more time on this, just sort of maybe smoothing these things out a bit. I think I can fix up these overlaps, so you can zoom in and tweak some of these things a bit better. There's a few little kinks there, so this I might straighten out. A few problems there, so just in these tight areas you need a bit of manipulation, so I won't do that now. Alright, so here's I'm going to use the S key there, but we'll copy those changes over to the other eye. Right, so now finally we've got the nostrils here, the only remaining surface that need welding in. So let's go back to 2 at home. And so here's the final nostrils. Now we've got the yellow polygons there indicating the non-matching. So when I drop this down to UV space, I want to aim for the white polygon here, so that it does finds the matching sort of dark side polygon there. Otherwise, if I let's say I hit D pointing at a yellow polygon, it won't drop that down. So I'll aim for the white. Of course, it's a lot easier if you can have symmetry over the entire mesh, but I picked this one because of the problem with the nostrils, just so you can see how to handle it. So because they're not really symmetrical, it's probably best to turn symmetry off now, because then you won't rely on it and sort of forget. So I've turned the symmetry off, and I'll deal with these as separate objects. So let's flatten those out. Right. So then I'll Shift W, M, Shift W, M. So what that's doing is it's moving it into position where it's to be welded. So I'll shrink that down so it fits approximately in that area. So I'll pick that and sort of do the local scaling on it, and the same with this one. Shrink it down, do the local scaling, and then I'll weld that in. Right, and just do a bit of smoothing there. Right, so let's go back to 3. So there we go, there's our sort of nostril holes welded in. And so you can see again, you've got that sort of sudden change from red to blue, and again that's because of that. So if I do a bit of smoothing there and redo the flattening, it'll help even that transition out a bit. That's pretty minor problem because it's there in the nostril. So there's sort of quite quickly the layout for the head. So it's probably, I need to do a little bit of cleaning up around the eyelids there just to even those out. Maybe I'd want to try and reduce the stretching around the nose there a bit. It's very tricky though because there's not a lot of room to play with in that area. And so there's the UV layout for a human head in 3 parts.